Okay, because we are not going to waste any time tonight. I want to go ahead and start sharing with you guys what is going on. So, happy last team call of September. I hope you guys are having a good month. I know Success Club has been slow for a lot of us. I know we all have so much going on this month, like between weddings and sickness and family issues and medical issues and kind of just some interesting different dynamics and energy this month. And you know what? I I hear you and I see you and I understand you. But when I started this team, it wasn't to have a team. When I first started this team, my thought process was, you know what? If I can make a couple extra bucks and pay for my supplements, by all means, let's do that. Let's make that happen for us. Let's make that happen for my family. Let's make that happen for the future that could be my family. Um, and I didn't realize how much I was going to fall in love with the process of taking care of myself and acting in prevention rather than tertiary care. Some of you guys understand what I mean by that. Who knows what tertiary care means? Okay. Tertiary care means dealing with the problem after it's a fucking problem instead of taking action before it even has to be in the forefront at all. Preventative care, getting to the root of the problem before it even exists, treating our bodies with respect, moving our bodies more regularly, mentally taking care of our mental health and brain and overall wellness and our sensory of like the way that our body processes information and stress and overwhelm and all the different things that so many of us are literally experiencing right now on this team. Nobody is immune to the conditions of the world, you guys. And as I began to grow this team and help more people, I saw what more could happen for us. I saw what more we could provide to other women that needed our support by not competing against each other to be the winner, not to compete against each other to do something better than one another, but rather linking arms with the women next to us in our community to be better together, linking arms with the women that have been in our life in our past in any existence in any correlation to us, even if you barely even know them, and reaching back and grabbing their hand and saying, you're coming along with me and you're doing this with me. I care so much about you and I want you around. I want to wreak havoc in the nursing home. I want to take care of ourselves so we can watch our kids grow up and watch our grandkids grow up and be able to live this long beautiful life together without worrying about all this other bullshit that comes along with being a woman and honestly with being a mom, with being a woman that's aging, with being a woman in a world full of contamination and freaking hormone inhibitors and food that's all genetically modified and shit that's all working against us in every single aspect of our life. Guys, I'm a little worked up tonight because A, I have shit going on in my own life too. Okay. A lot of you guys have people in your life that you care about that are sick. You guys have people in your life that are just simply not giving a shit about themselves and they don't care that you're a body partner. They don't care about what you do. They don't care that you actually want to help them be healthy. And that makes me so sad for them. I literally was like crying earlier because I went down. Did anybody else watch all the platforms for health and the food industry right now and the the epidemic that is the USA right now? Did you guys know that 5% of the country exercises regularly? 5%. Billions of people, and 5% move their bodies regularly. Did you know that 75% of the country is pre-diabetic? Do you know that over 83% of the country is obese right now? Do you know that your doctor is more likely to prescribe you an antidepressant if you go into their office and talk to them about your mental health rather than referring you to a mental therapist or any form of mental health professional, rather than getting to the solution of the problem? Do you know that when you go into that doctor's office and you are told XYZ is going on, you're 30 pounds overweight, you're struggling with this health issue, this health issue, this health issue. Let's give you a pill, let's give you an injection. Let's send you to a dietitian that's going to tell you to just cut carbs and just exercise and more out than in. Did you know that? That's what they're going to do. They're not going to say, you know what kind of exercise are you doing these days? Are you doing breathing exercises? Are you working on your mental health? Are you taking any time to be in nature right now? How many steps are you getting in? What are you experiencing right now? What kind of stomach issues? It's honestly infuriating for me. You guys know me, you know my background, you know I'm a cancer survivor, you know I'm a mom of four, you know I deal with chronic fatigue and chronic anemia and lifelong symptoms I'm going to have for the rest of my life because of my illness. And I think a reason that I do get worked up and the reason that I do have so much passion around what we do as body partners is because our literal platform with Body is to help other people live a better quality of life and to decrease the rate of obesity in the United States. Did you guys know that that's a part of Body's platform? Did you know that that's like Body is not just some random MLM? Body was created from the idea of decreasing the obesity epidemic in the country 17 and a half years ago. But along that time, 17 and a half years ago, so many other health issues, mental health issues, nutritional problems, the quality of food products and services, women's health issues has become more and more and more and more prevalent. And more people are using social media. More and more people are seeing what there is out there that could help them. But instead of doing the work that all of us here are doing, slapping a Band-Aid on it and calling it a day. With that being said, I know I'm coming on strong tonight, and I am going to repeat this again. If you don't want to help people heal, you don't have to be here. If you don't want to help people feel good again, you don't have to be a part of the Never Give Up crew partner team. If you just want to really take care of yourself and move your body regularly, that is still being a part of the movement. That is still being a part of the NGU movement. That is still being a part of our NGU culture. But what I am going to say is, as a partner, it is my responsibility to teach you guys how to share how we get to help other people. And it's so much more than sending a fucking invite and making a cute reel. It's making an impact in people's lives at a molecular level, like at a serious, deep level, helping them change their habits, helping them seriously see how much better that they could feel when they do it consistently. And I don't know about y'all, but like now I'm pumped. I'm ready. Like, get me through the rest of this year because I can't get you guys to bell the tail fast enough. But it starts right now. It starts right now with helping the women and men that join this team see how important it is to be a part of that movement, to be a part of the changes that we get to make by making a choice. That's what this is. That's what this team is all about. And yes, I'm so heavily passionate about it. I'm like literally having the like sweats right now because I'm like, it's like sometimes you just need to hear it from a different perspective or a different way of thinking to have something ignite that light bulb in you that's like, holy shit, you're right. I want to feel good. I know what I need to do. I know how to do it. I know exactly what I got to do. And I just have to make the decision to fucking follow through. That's what it is, guys. It's learning to follow through and then be consistent at it. And what our responsibility is as partners is to teach all the women and men that come into this community to do the same thing. And by duplicating that, guys, this is just the beginning. I really believe in the depths of my heart, like this is just the beginning of a really intense shift that NGU is making. And the people that care about this movement and the people that care about making a deeper impact in the women and men's lives that they are having join this team, you guys are going to be the change makers. You guys are the influencers. You guys are the ones that care so much with me that you're not just going to be like a fucking diamond partner or blah 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 blah, like all that stuff's great, whatever, but you're going to matter to people. You're going to transform lives. You are going to look back at this conversation and you're going to be like, holy crap, that's the catalyst. That's the thing that needed to change in order for me to see how important it is that we're doing this and that we're sharing this. Too many people are hurting. Why I love this challenge so much and why I love this team so much is that this is bringing us together. This is teaching each other the importance of community, the importance of mental health, the importance of food and the right kinds of food. It's teaching people the importance of movement. It's teaching the importance of not quitting when things get hard. And I know it's just a 21-day challenge. My period better come tomorrow. I'm just going to put that out there. I'm late, very late, 3 days late to be specific. I am so like overwhelmed with gratitude of what we get to do here. That's what I want everybody to go into this challenge and recruiting to the Battle of the Booze for. Yes, it's fun, it's cute, it's going to be awesome. There's going to be prizes, there's going to be fun competitions and challenges and things like that. It's going to be 3 weeks long, 21 days. Prep week starts on October 7th. But more important than that, this is our opportunity to teach people what it can feel like to feel good again. And I know that it's challenging. I know that it can feel hard to ask people to do this with you. I know it can feel inauthentic or not organic or not natural. It's not natural. Okay? It's not. It's not normal that us in this society, in this culture, have to ask people to get fucking healthy, to choose to eat better. It is so not normal that we are having to ask people to get up off their fucking couch from watching Netflix to exercise for 30 minutes a day. God forbid we ask them to get 10K steps. It's not. It's not normal in our society. I already gave you some of those statistics. It isn't normal. So how about instead of being the normal sedentary bullshit excuse makers. We pave the way for the people that actually want to be the different people, that want to feel good, that want to make a difference in their own lives, not even in other people's lives. That's us. That's us. That's us as partners. We get to help people make differences in their lives. For them, they're getting to choose and make the difference in their own life. Set the stage for the future generations. The ones that are learning from us, the ones that are learning from them. They can have fun, they can exercise, they can eat healthier, they can make better choices, they can rest more, they can set better boundaries. It doesn't have to be rocket science. It doesn't. It's just that now in our culture, in our society, it is. And I never bring my personal beliefs in politics into the body opportunity. I used to think it was taboo, but now I'm like starting to think that maybe we should stir the pot a little bit. That's what social media wants anyways right now, so we might as well do it. Like, I know that a lot of you guys have been getting out of your comfort zones lately. I know it's been extremely challenging in your own personal lives. Like I said at the beginning of the call. But let's make the Battle of the Booze the catalyst for extreme change for the NGU crew for the rest of this year. I really, really, really hope that some of you guys feel this way. I really hope that you can see maybe you need to check yourself too. I know I did. I was literally crying watching this platform earlier today. I mean, like full, like blotchy face crying because my dad died from a preventable disease. At 59. There's too many sick people. Just simply because of the lack of knowledge and the lack of passion and the lack of resources. So instead of complaining about the lack thereof, and instead of complaining about I can't, let's find a way for them to be able to do this with us. That doesn't mean just total solution packages. That means giving them something. Get them in the door. The only requirement for this challenge for them to participate, guys, is using a supplement. 50 PV order. You could do what Shannon did today and order a fucking 3-day refresh and participate. Like, that's literally it. It was like, what, like $55, something like that? Like, it really? At the end of the day, guys, if you give it perspective, guess how much one fucking chemotherapy treatment costs? Take a gander. If you don't have good insurance, honey, you paying thousands for one treatment.
Around 12,000.
Like minimum.
Mhm.
Would you rather pay thousands of dollars later on for the lack of taking care of yourself? Or $199 now to start taking action on your health? And I'm not ever going to be lectury about it. I'm just going to start giving more perspective. Be a little bit more outspoken in my reels. Be a little bit more bold in the way that I talk in my stories about our health. Because it matters. And we have resources that are literally just like at our fingertips that we could literally be giving every person in our freaking world, right? Like in our corner. Like I know 6 people off the top of my head that are not a part of our community that should be. Simply just family members. like cousins, like freaking my sister-in-law, my brother-in-law, my friend Brittany from college, my friend Brandy from college, my friend Alex from college, like half of the people that I went to college with, you know, like several of my old coworkers that I still stay in communication with occasionally, half of the people that I literally talk to my whole life that I still like, you know, have conversations with every here and there. But because there's such a negative stigma around sharing on social media about how to join our boot camp, how to join our health group, how to join our challenge, blah, 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 blah. No, just start taking care of your damn self. And in the process, you get to earn prizes from showing up. How about that? And I would go as far as to say, guys, if you're comfortable telling pieces of your life that make you emotional, that make you passionate, that give you the passion sweats like me, my armpits smell so bad from how much I just started sweating. Like, I'm also detoxing because I'm like changing my stuff, my products that I use, guys. This is when I say a molecular level. Like, I am ridding the toxins in my life. I'm healing my hormones. I'm making better food choices. I'm eating more vegetables. I'm eating less carbs, or as many processed carbs, I should say. And I'm having more real food. I really think that that's what it boils down to for the way that we help people. And I super understand that not everybody shares those same beliefs, but with a raise of hands, like, how do you guys feel about that right now? Like, do you guys feel like that? Like, I feel a responsibility to share it with more people. I don't feel like it's fake me asking people to do this with me. I don't feel like it's pushy. I don't feel like it's inauthentic. Do any of you guys? I don't go into my invites and think to myself, huh, they're probably going to tell me no because they think a total solution is stupid. I don't do that. Like, I don't feel like I'm being naggy to people. In fact, I like feel like I'm doing them a favor. And maybe that's cocky. I don't know. Like, I don't really feel like that is. I feel like it's my responsibility as a body partner with a mission statement that literally involves decreasing the obesity epidemic in the world to share it. I feel like as a personal survivor of disease and illness, it's my obligation to help more people be healthy and avoid chronic illness. And I know not all of you share that same experience, but do all of you know somebody who has been or is chronically ill right now? Have you ever known somebody? I know the answer is yes. So when we go into this conversation, guys, it's going to be fun. It's going to be so much fun. I'm so excited for this challenge. And I'm going to share with you just a little bit of like what we have going on and some like structural things of how we're going to start organizing it and all that. It's not going to be any different than the Holiday House Challenge, but I know that some of you guys weren't there in November when we did it. So I just wanted to go over some very basics and just explain to you the breakdown of what the challenge is going to be like. But guys, it is going to be fun. But when you're talking about this challenge, it's so much more than just a fucking challenge group in boot camp. It's so much more. And I think that if we can go into it with that perspective of, you know what, there are prizes, it is fun. You're going to have a partner, you can bring your best friend, you can do it together. But also, there's really badass prizes you win by taking care of yourself. So what's the real prize here? The real prize is that you're going to be so healthy.
Heather, can I jump in for a sec?
Yeah.
So on the same token, you were talking about with like the 5% of exercise and all that. I just want to, just for perspective, I spend the majority of my day and most of my coworkers spend so much of their day trying to get prior authorization for Mounjaro, Ozempic, Ribelsis, and it's not for diabetic blood glucose control. It is for weight loss. And I took Ozempic. I'm not against it,
Yeah.
but I can tell you that I legitimately want to cringe every time because I'm just like, guys, and I have one woman that I want to choke.
Yeah.
She's like, I've done everything. I'm like, no, you haven't.
Yeah.
No, you haven't.
I know that there's
I'm like-
always a time and place.
And
Yep.
I can't, I have to follow the ethical standards, da, 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 da.
You have to, I don't. So
I'm like, but I mean,
that's
there's
why I
so
lost
much
my
time
license.
and effort that the nurses have finally gone to the providers and said, stop ordering this for weight loss. It's not going to get approved.
Yep.
Because it's taken so much time and effort.
Yeah. Yep.
And
absolutely.
It's a Band-Aid. It's a
Yep.
Band-Aid on a gushing wound.
Yep.
So just
yeah, no, I appreciate that. And I appreciate the perspective too, because I think at the end of the day, that is what we have to start thinking about.
And
Like,
Halloween will be my 21st birthday of my weight loss surgery.
Yeah. Yep.
So,
and you know what? This is not like, this is not like a political, like, this is better than another, whatever. You know what I mean? I never have any judgment for somebody that's at a point where they need the assistance, they need the help, they need the support. I truly support that. And I truly believe that there is a time and a place for everything. I wouldn't be here without modern medicine, you guys. I would not be here if there was no such thing as chemotherapy. And if there wasn't such thing as Bactrim, and if there wasn't such thing as all the different medications that I've been on my whole life. Okay? Like, we need to also remember that that's what we are supposed to be doing here. We're supposed to be teaching people that lifestyle changes and habit changes and shifting our mindset and our perspective away from the popular decision, the popular thing that's on fucking social media right now. We need to start being the change makers. Like I said, we got to start being the people that maybe it's weird. I don't give a shit. I don't give a single shit. I don't give a crap if I ruffle some feathers anymore. I was a 275-pound postpartum mom of 4 that did not use weight loss supplements to lose 100 pounds. I exercised every day for 200 days straight and followed Portion Fix. I know that there's people out there that need the help. We have people on our team that have utilized the help, and guess what? They're better from it. And now they have an appreciation for their health. But that doesn't mean that every single person we're talking to doesn't have a reason to do this with us. If they're willing to pay hundreds of dollars for pharmaceutical drugs, they can pay $200 to join us with a total solution package that's going to last a lifetime of benefit. Change your perspective on what we do. If you're somebody that's been struggling, and I'm not just talking about like you guys on here right now, I'm talking about all the people that I'm going to send this video to after when we end the call. Change your perspective of the way that you look at our business. Our business is literally helping people. How many of you guys have seen the transformations during Summit? The part of Summit and the part of different trainings we used to have where they talk about the way that used to be like the Beachbody Challenge, and they stopped calling it that. It used to be a $10,000 cash prize for the winner. And these stories, guys, I just like couldn't help. And people would tease me on my team for crying. I would just sit there bawling because these women and men found a solution. That's why we changed the name of a challenge pack to a total solution package. They found their solution. They found their answer. They're mentally healthier. They're better moms. They're better dads. They've lost the weight, yes, but they've also created lifestyle changes that are going to be with them the rest of their life. If we can teach doable habits to the people that we bring into this challenge, we've won. We've won. We're a top team. I don't give a fuck if we're number 212. We're a top team. If each of us as partners brings somebody into this community, into this challenge, and they see the value of what we do in 21 days, imagine if they did it for another 21 days, and then another 21 days, and then another 21 days, and then 21 more months. Imagine what their life could look like if they could be consistent for that long. Imagine what your life could look like if you were consistent for that long. My challenge this week was my transformation. Trying not to cry again. And I don't typically I don't have a lot of before pictures. I'm just going to be super frank with you. I hated the camera. I hated the way that I looked. I didn't want to be in the pictures with my kids. I didn't want to be in the pictures with my husband. I didn't want to be in dress up clothes or look nice. And if I was, I didn't want a picture of it because I hated the way I looked. I hated how far I let myself go. And I have this one picture from when I was about 2 months into actually exercising again after having Trenton. And I looked at myself, and even though I was so filled with joy for my kids, and I loved them so much, and I still love them, even though they make me want to off myself every day. I looked at this picture and I wasn't smiling in my eyes. I was like, and I remember taking it. I was at my in-laws' house and we were getting ready to take the kids out and do something fun for the day. And they were so excited and everybody was getting dressed to go out. I think we're taking them to the zoo in Atlanta or something like that. And I just hated the way I looked. I couldn't smile. I wanted to smile. We were taking pictures of the kids with their grandparents and with their cousins and stuff like that. I had done my hair that day. I felt like when I was getting dressed before I looked in the mirror, I felt pretty good for being 2-3 months postpartum at the time. And then I looked in the mirror. And then I looked at my clothes and I was wearing extra large, those Henley shirts that were really baggy, so you couldn't really see anything under them. And I was wearing a size 16 jean shorts because we were in Atlanta and I didn't want to wear the shorts, but I had to because it was boiling hot outside. And I just remember taking that picture and just feeling like I didn't belong there. I didn't belong in that body anymore. I didn't belong in the brain that was thinking about myself so ugly. I did not treat myself with respect and kindness. I didn't. And after that trip, when I got back home, I remember Demetrius could tell. I have several other pictures from when we really, really started to work out after that. And Deem could tell I just I didn't like it. I didn't like myself. And it was a really dark time. And in the course of the first 100 days that I started exercising again, I told myself every day for 100 days, I did Morning Meltdown 100. Every day for 100 days, I was showing up. every single day for 100 days, I was going to show up. I didn't negotiate anymore. I said, I don't care if it's 10 o'clock at night or 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm fucking showing up. And all of a sudden, I think it was like 30 days in, and I started feeling good again. I would look in the mirror and I wouldn't hate everything. And 60 days in, I was needing new clothes. I literally was just like wearing baggy clothes to I was in grad school. And I was wearing just like baggy clothes to school, to night classes every night. And I remember being so uncomfortable because like my clothes were like awkward and baggy, and I just didn't feel like I wasn't sure like if the weight was going to come back or if I was going to continue losing weight. So I was also a cheapskate, and I was like, I'm not buying new clothes. I'm not doing that. Like, I don't know what's going to happen. I didn't believe in myself. I didn't know that I would get through those next 30 days after that, even though I had lost about 30 pounds at that point. And I was like, okay, 30 more days, lost even more weight. My friend Alex started feeling bad for me, so she started giving me some of her workout clothes because like my shit didn't fit anymore. Like she just like had stuff that she wasn't wearing anymore, and we used to run track together, so she just like started bringing over workout clothes that she wasn't going to wear anymore, and I was just like squeezing myself into it, frankly, because like she's 6 foot tall and like this big, and I just like remember being like, holy crap, like this is happening. And I started wanting to do the workouts. I woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning and I just like craved it. When I finished that 100th workout, it was New Year's Eve. And I remember seeing that it was 54 minutes long. Have any of you guys done Morning Meltdown 100? It was such a freaking mind F. I got to that 100th workout after 100 days of 30 minutes or less, and I saw 54 minutes. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? I haven't worked out that long in a long time. I told myself, like, you know what? I got this far. I'm going to do it. I dumb didn't start doing it until 9 o'clock at night. So I didn't finish the workout until almost 10. I think I actually had to pause a few times because Trenton was a baby. So I had to feed him, I think, in the middle or something. And I remember finishing it and sitting on my living room floor at my first house that me and Demetrius bought together. And I just cried because I completed 100 days of workouts. And I did it by myself. And I had nobody to celebrate with. I was proud of myself. I did it. I completed it. I did the thing that I said I was going to do it. Like there wasn't a prize. There wasn't anything that I was winning from it. There wasn't anything to celebrate. I wasn't a part of a team yet. But I finished that damn workout. And at that point, I had lost about 70 pounds. And that's when things changed for me. And I decided, like, you know what? People are getting paid for this. I need to save up enough money. I was using my friend's account, by the way. You guys, I was such a cheapskate. And I was like, I need to have my own account because I saw that like you could track your workouts on there, and like you could put like pictures on there and stuff like that. You could track your nutrition. And all of a sudden, it's just like everything clicked for me. That I needed to pay it forward. I needed to show other overwhelmed, busy moms that they could be more than just a mom. They could love themselves again. They could be proud of themselves again. And if that change happened for me in 100 days, imagine the countless lives that could be changed by us helping them and bringing them into this challenge with us. So I'm going to share real quick. And those of you that missed the beginning, I'm gonna let you just go back and listen to it after I put up the video, because I had the passion sweats and I cried and lots of things. So, okay, guys. So Battle of the Booze is like this. Okay. So we are recruiting for it now, right now. It's literally set up phenomenally. Okay. It gives you the opportunity to not only hit Success Club in September, since we still have 6 days left of, or 5 days now, I guess, right? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, six days. We have 6 days left of September, which means 6 days left of the Shakeology sale. So $30 off Shakeology. It ends on Monday night at midnight. No takebacks, doesn't change. That's when they're ending it, unless they lie to us again and then they extend it again for another month. But we'll see. These extensions are killing me. I'm saying it's ending on Sunday night at midnight because I want to get as many people enrolled before the weekend so that I can get them their welcome materials. I can get them their welcome email. I can get them their checklist to get started and take their measurements and take their pictures. And a lot of people that I'm starting right now are also doing the 3-day refresh with us. So if they're doing that, they have to order like today, because if they don't order today, they still can do it through the rest of the month. The thing is they might have to do it like a few days after us. Because for me, I'm using it to kick off October before I go on the cruise with Body for NGU, representing on the leadership cruise. So we are going to prep the week of the 7th while I'm gone. You guys, any program, fair game. Do anything you want. Have fun. Pick something that brings you joy. If I wasn't doing 9-week Control Freak, I would be doing probably something like Morning Meltdown 100 because it's nostalgic for me and I love it. I love that program, even though I know I would have to modify probably like 3/4 of it because I threw my back out and I've never been the same. So I am personally doing 9-week Control Freak, and a lot of people that have been on the team for a while are also doing 9-week Control Freak starting on the 14th. Prep week, you could just do sample workouts. You could just like do steps. You could do whatever you want. We're going to have a little bit of like some prep graphics, like making sure they do their measurements, pick a nutrition plan, make sure that they have some mindset stuff set up, whether it's growth day or whether it's just podcast, books, whatever. We want to make sure everybody has what they need by October 9th. They need to order and be officially enrolled into the challenge by October 9th, because it's going to take a minimum of 3 to 5 days for them to get their supplements in. And supplements are a requirement for the challenge. A minimum of a 50 PB order. And I will also make sure that I include that in the information of like what you can send out to people. The easiest way to get them on board for the best bang for their buck is the $99 sale or a TSP. Just keeping it real with people. If they only want to join for the challenge and they're not really sure, like whatever, yada, 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 the $99 deal is the best, in my personal opinion. The other way that they can get started is with Shake and Hustle. They do not have to do that if they don't want to. I will tell you that Shake and Hustle will get you Success Club points. They can also join with Gut Subs. That will get you Total Solution. My God, my brain right now. That will get you Success Club points. They can also join with a performance line, which is the Recover and Energize. That will get you Success Club points. They can also join with the Go and Glow package. That will get you Success Club points. It does not have to be a TSP, but they must pick a minimum of a 50 PB enrollment. The reason that this is, and if you disagree with it, quite frankly, I don't care because I'm buying the prizes. Love you, mean it, but like at the end of the day, like this is all coming out of my pocket and I need everybody to have something that they're enrolling with so that it is so I can pay for the prizes. Okay. So that's just the way that works. God, I lost my train of thought now. The only requirement in regards to Body is they need to purchase a supplement and set up a Body account, even if it's just a free account. So even if they're not doing Body workouts, when they order their supplements, they will have a Body account. That way they can get into our groups so that they can log their workouts and their supplements and their nutrition. It is essential that they do this. They're going to have an account regardless, because when they purchase something, that it'll create a body account for them as a customer. Okay. The next part of this is that they will, if they're not going to be your partner, obviously, guys, everybody that you get enrolled in this challenge is not going to be able to be your partner. You have one person that you're partner with. No partner duos, by the way. None of you guys can be each other's partner. Zero, zilch, none of you. So get that out of your brain right now. None of ya. If you're on the call or not, none of you can be partners. So your goal as a partner is going to be to grab a friend, a cousin, a sister, a brother, a husband, and make them be your partner. Yes, you both will need, also, if your husband is enrolled, they cannot be your partner. Okay. Nope. Zero, zilch, nada. You need to grab somebody new. I already saw brains stirring, so I was like, not in my house. Okay. Next part of this, you are going to tell them, like, hey, we're going to do this for 21 days. We're going to do this together. We're going to be accountability partners. If you never want to do it again, totally fine. Heard. Hear ya. Awesome. Great. We're going to do it for a month, though, because the grand prizes, as of right now, are looking like they're going to be $50 gift cards per participant. And what's coming up next is Christmas, and who doesn't need income and money for Christmas? There's also going to be things like Hydro Drugs that I'm going to be giving out as prizes, personalized sweatshirts that I'll give out as prizes, little miscellaneous knickknacks and gift cards and t-shirts and stuff like that, like spooky swag. I'm like really in it right now. Like I'm just hyper involved with these prizes, but that is a reason why we have to have people enroll with supplements, because if they're not enrolling with supplements, guys, these challenges, the way that you'll see them work out, and as your business grows, you'll understand it more. If we can get people enrolled and to fall in love with the process, like we talked about at the beginning of the call, right? The goal here is we want to create a habit for them so strong that they're going to want to continue. This is not just a business anymore. This is a lifestyle. And why I love these challenges so much is because it teaches them that they don't have to be miserable when they take care of themselves. They don't have to hate exercising and eating some fucking vegetables. They don't have to hate it. I know it can be annoying sometimes. Trust me, I'm a football mom and I'm gone from quite literally 6 a.m. till midnight on Saturdays, and I have to wing it on the weekends. Even with packing food, there's just like literally no brain capacity in my brain on Saturdays in order for me to pack enough food with me. So I have to just pick the best options for me most of the time. This can be realistic. You just have to teach them how it is. And since you guys all have to bring somebody new in, like you're going to be really holding them accountable. You're going to be teaching them how to follow the nutrition plans. You're going to be teaching them how to do mindset work, what mindset work to do, what time to do your workouts, when it works the most conveniently for you, which means you have to show up. Part of this is they're going to start to see the one-on-one group support. They're going to get in the bod group. It is not going to be ran on Facebook. It just doesn't work for us. I've realized. I can somebody throw a pin at Val. Okay. I know that it can be a little bit hard to see the bigger picture here, but bod groups just work the best typically. There are going to be the daily challenges 5 days a week. 5 days a week, there's going to be a challenge. There's going to be pop-up, we're calling them pop-out challenges because, spooky. And we're going to call them pop-out challenges. And we're going to have some spooky, scary treat challenges or something like that. I'm still in the process of making all the challenges right now. And everything will be a different point value. As you add up points, you and your partner will submit your points every single week, Sunday by noon. And I am not bending on the timeline. It has to be submitted by noon on Sundays in order for me to draw the weekly winners. Like non-negotiable. If it's not in by noon, your points don't count. I let way too many slide in this department last year, and it just didn't, it wasn't super conducive because I then like was so discombobulated with getting out all the prizes that it felt like really, it felt very stressful, and I don't want to be stressed in this either. There is going to be a top prize at the end of the 3 weeks. So please make sure that you guys are showing up beyond week 1 and beyond week 2 and beyond week 3. It's going to be essential for you guys to be teaching the people on your team, whether they're your partner or not, to be consistent. It's the whole point. Okay. How they can join us. Obviously you guys are getting all these stories as well. These ones are the editable ones. I'm having people say boo, and I'm going to have a form that I'm going to have people fill out, and I will make a copy of it for you guys. I've been sending everything in the chat, but it's like, y'all don't say shit. So I love you, mean it. But the reality is that you guys have to take ownership of enrollment for this challenge too. If you don't want to do forms, just keep track of who's responding to you, or keep track of who you're asking to do this with you. If you guys just take ownership of that or don't take ownership of it, I promise you, like, people are going to want to do this with you. This is going to be like our big challenge of the year. I'm not running crazy boot camps the rest of the year. We will do a 12 days of Christmas in December, but this is our big challenge for the year. This is where you spend your time and investment, is getting people on board with this, encouraging them to bring a friend. You will bring them in. They can either sign up their friend, or you can help them sign up their friend, or you can sign their friend up under you. Okay. That's the way that works. Do any of you guys have questions about that? Obviously you guys know there's going to be like surprises, competitions, daily challenges. They don't realize that the pricing is basically the same anyways, but they will get bonus points if they invite a friend to come with them. So like, say Nikki invites her friend from the hospital to do this with her or something, but then her friend's like, but I have a friend that I would like to do this with. Guess what? Nikki's going to let them be partners together, and they're gonna both join Nikki, and then Nikki will just either find somebody else. And like, really at the end of the day, like, this is not a selfish thing. We aren't trying to win. We're trying to teach our customers how to win. We already know how to be consistent. Like, we already know, right? It kind of defeats the purpose, right? The goal here is like, we're inviting a teammate, they're inviting a friend. They earn prizes throughout this process. They get to bring a friend or a family member to do this with them, and they earn points along the way, and they get to see how good it feels to take care of themselves for a month. That's the goal here. And again, that's really the premise of it. I will have more of the like point tracking system and things like that. Oh, I did want to share with you this one last little thing on here. We are going to do an extra, like, so for those of you who were in the challenge last year, you know that if you tracked your workout, your shake, and your mindset, you got points. And if you use Zoom, you got an extra point, like extra points or whatever, if you got on Zoom for your workouts. Well, an even extra layer that we are adding on this year is if they tag their accountability on their tracker on Instagram, which I'll make a little video to put up to show people how to do that. They will get 2 points extra on top of that for doing it on Instagram and tagging their partner. Is that cool? Everybody love that? Because I love that. I was like, because it's teaching our team how to be more connected and how to be more like involved and integrated. And guys, guess what? At the end of this, we also recruit to the partner opportunity because we're doing such a great job. We're doing such a great job at holding each other accountable and that doing all the challenges and being consistent, that we basically are bringing in like 20 to 30 new potential partners to our team to spread the wealth and to spread the knowledge of how to be healthier and create sustainable lifestyles. So who has questions? Because I was on a rampage for that first 30 minutes and I'm still red in the face. Go ahead, unmute. Shannon doesn't know how. It's fine. She's trying. She's doing her best.
No, I'm reading back because I'm on trying to convince my niece here. Like I keep
Okay.
telling her do this what they did. And so I'm reading back the
Hey,
messages.
so
I had
just change that. You're not convincing anybody.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
No, she's doing this with me. I'm talking with her and there was a question, but I have to read back to figure out what the question was because I had it
Okay.
and then I lost it. Hold
Yeah,
on.
no, that's fine. That's fine. And that's what, like, you guys, like, this is going to be fun. I want you guys to all have fun, but like I said at the beginning of the call, I also want you to remember that it's just so much more than a dinky little challenge. Like, this is more than just a team. This is more than just a business. This is literally getting the opportunity to change people's lives. And I really believe that. Like, I know a lot of people don't feel that way about this on our team. And I'm sorry for you if you don't feel that way. I truly, and I like to kind of recap what I said earlier, and for like Alicia and Chica and stuff that missed the, and Laura that missed the just like little bit of the beginning. Everybody else will be watching it again too. There's a lot of people not here tonight, but like, it makes me hot knowing that there's so many people out there with preventable situations in their life, preventable illnesses in their life, preventable sicknesses that they're suffering from. When we have something that literally is as simple, and at the end of the day, it's really actually cost effective too, in comparison to treatments and medications and doctor appointments all the time and all the other things that people are dealing with, rather than just being healthier, having healthier habits, being more consistent with their healthy habits. So what my goal is just to really start sharing that more and being a little bit more ballsy about it and maybe ruffling some feathers about it. Because at the end of the day, like, this is your health, this is your life. So that's the reality of it. Oh, yes, she can use her bike. She doesn't even have to do a body workout if she doesn't want to. If she has a Peloton bike, there's a way to do body on the Peloton bike. I will find the video and send it to you on Instagram. Yeah, there is a way. I've helped like 6 people do it on their Peloton, so I know how to do it. I just have to find the video. But yes, she can definitely do it on her bike. But yeah, so the moral of the story, guys, is they don't even have to do a body workout if they don't want to. If they're doing other things, I literally actually talked to somebody the other day, and they had every single thing, like they had every reason not to say yes. I mean, guys, it was like, I'm moving, I'm traveling, I don't have money, I don't feel like it, I don't want a partner, I don't want to do this with somebody else. And I was like, then don't do it. And she was like, but the challenge sounds fun. And I was like, then you have to have a partner. And she was like, okay, send me the information. And here's my email. And I was like, got it. And it's like, you just like, sometimes when people are giving you those kinds of objections, I don't know what to say, you guys. Like, sometimes I'm like, okay, cool. It doesn't start till October 14th. When are you back from your traveling? And she was like, oh, next week. I was like, perfect. So you have perfect amount of time. And she was like, I already use Shakeology. I was like, okay, perfect. You can switch to my team. She was like, but I don't want a partner. I was like, the whole challenge is about having a partner and accountability. And she was like, oh, that's the only way to participate. And I was like, for this one, yep, it is. And she was like, oh, okay. I could probably ask a friend maybe. And if not, I'll just do it with somebody on the team. I was like, perfect. So I don't want you guys to be afraid of asking people to do this with you. Anybody have any like fears or hesitations or like thoughts about this Battle of the Boots? Because really the only requirement is for them to use one of our supplements for 1 month. That's it. They can do any workout they want, any mindset they want, anything, any nutrition plan that they want. The only thing they have to do is buy one supplement. 50 PV minimum. If you don't know what 50 PV is and what that kind of looks like, that could be a box of the peppermint mocha shakes. That could be a tub of Recover. Nikki with her 8 bajillion fucking boxes of peppermint mocha. She said 6. I literally watched her stories and I was like, I want to off myself because mine is like probably going to get lost in the freaking typhoon. And knowing body. So I'm so jealous. But it could be like a tub of Recover, it could be a bag of shakes, it could be an Energize and collagen, it could be a Go and Glow kit, it could be a Performance Line kit, it could be a set of gut sups. If people aren't really interested in all the drinks, I have a lot of that sometimes. I have a lot of people that don't want to drink something and they would rather just take a pill, which not shocking. But like I'm like, whatever, gut sups literally changed my life. So by all means. And they're pretty affordable too. So for what they are, if you guys ever bought probiotics and digestive enzymes outside of Body, they're equally, if not just as expensive as Body. Sometimes more, like way more. Like the seed ones alone for a 30-day supply is like $90 just for a probiotic. Evidently they work well, but I won't be testing the theory because I love my gut sups.
Well, and also there's so many out there that it's like, which one do I begin with? And yeah, they're, I hate to say it like this, but they're literally a pain in the ass.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it is. It's confusing. I just watched a whole segment on that today too. I went down a spiral today, you guys. I mean, when I say my brain has been on fire for preventative health today, I could light a house on fire with how psycho I went today on prevention. Somebody started talking about, like preventative care versus tertiary care and all this shit. And I was just like, fire, 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 fire. Like I just couldn't, then it was wormhole. But anyway, with all that being said, there's more people on now than at the beginning of the call. So let's take a picture before I forget, and then we'll end the call. Smile, Chica F. Okay, cool. Oh, there's Shannon now too. Awesome. Okay, let me end this real quick.